Gina, welcome back to my channel. Today's video, I have for you an accidental February book haul. I'm considering it a February book haul because it's the end of February, and why not? I have a handful of books and a book outlet unboxing because book outlet is evil and does really good sales. That makes me buy books. So let's just jump right into it. The first book that I have to show you, I'm pretty excited to own, and that is Station 11 by Emily St. John Mandel. I've read this, I loved it, it's fantastic, it's fabulous, it's amazing, and I just had to own it. Station 11 is a post-apocalyptic novel that takes place 15 to 20 years after this epidemic happens, but it also takes place before the epidemic and during the epidemic. We kind of time jump between these three different time periods, and we see different people's perspectives and views of what's going on and what's happening, and everything connects in very interesting ways, and it is just fantastic, and I loved it, so I had to have a physical copy. The next book I got because it came out and I had to finish out my collection, and that is Stars Above by Marissa Meyer. This is the bind up of all of the novellas that aren't physically bound up, or physically published rather, and it also has an epilogue for After Winter. I have not read it yet. I plan on reading it soon. I'm pretty excited, and it looks just like the rest of them, so it's going to look perfect on my shelf with the others. The next book I have here is more of just kind of a fun little book. It's not necessarily a book I would sit down and read. I have flipped through the entire thing and it is pretty awesome, and that is the Unofficial Harry Potter Cookbook. I'm really excited to have this. I've had my eye on it for a while. Finally, I just kind of gave in and bought it. I have not cooked anything out of it yet, even though I keep meaning to. I just keep forgetting about it. The only thing that I'm upset with about this cookbook is that butterbeer is not in here at all. Like, you can't have a Harry Potter cookbook without the butterbeer. Yes, I know there's tons of recipes online that you can find, and I just wanted it in the cookbook. There is hot chocolate, so that's pretty exciting. And one of the things that I love about this book is that it tells you exact book and chapter that these recipes are coming from, and like from Harry Potter, and so it's pretty exciting, and I cannot wait to actually cook something from it. These next two books are Barnes & Noble classic editions, and they're beautiful and gorgeous and impulse buys because I didn't need them, but they're pretty and I wanted them. The first one is this little tiny edition of the Irish Fairy and Folk Tales that I'm super excited about, and it has the gold pages and it's beautiful. And the last book that I have to show you before I unbox my book outlet stuff is this beautiful copy of Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. I'm really excited to own this. Cover is just beautiful, and the back, the spine, and I'm so excited to own this. I've recently kind of started getting obsessed with Pride and Prejudice. I've never read it before, and I went and saw Pride and Prejudice and Zombies a few weeks ago. I really enjoyed it enough to want to pick this up. I'm currently listening to the audiobook, and the audiobook is fantastic. It's a little much, like I can't just listen to it all day at work, so I've been breaking it up in chunks and listening to like an hour here and an hour there, so I'm slowly making my way through it, but I'm pretty excited and I'm really enjoying it, and I like it so much that I even bought the Elizabeth and Mr. Darcy Pride and Prejudice and Zombie Pops because they are so stinking cute. And now to open this bad boy. So 3 of these books have been sitting in my book outlet cart for quite a while. Book Outlet did that whole petition to get the Book Outlet Bear back, which kind of went away, and I don't know the result of it. So if anyone knows anything about the Book Outlet Bear and if it's coming back, let me know, because I would love to have one. So I've been waiting for that to pop up, and then I get an email. Sign up to get $5 off on the President's Day sale. The President's Day sale is going to be 15% off everything. And the 3 books that have been sitting in my cart are a little more on the pricey end for Book Outlet. Like, they're 10 bucks on Book Outlet. So I went ahead and purchased stuff, but to get the $5 off you had to spend $30. So I picked up 2 other books that I've been wanting as well. So that's kind of how this happened. But the first thing that I have here I'm really excited about, and that is the Jane Eyre book folds that when you fold it up, it spells read. For the longest time, I thought that this came already folded, and that's why I didn't get it, like when I saw it initially. But when I found out that it wasn't originally folded, that you could do it yourself, I jumped on it because these are so much fun. I've made my own and it's so much fun, and I've been wanting to do another one, but it's kind of a pain to do it on your own because you have to make the template and then you have to figure it out with the book that you're using, and I ended up not making my template long enough, so I have like thick pages at the end because my template doesn't go all the way through, and this is already done out for me. I'm pretty excited, and it has like where you're gonna fold it, so I guess you fold it to each line, I'm assuming, because that's how you do it with the template. So that's pretty cool. And this is Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte, which I haven't read, so who knows, maybe I'll read it before I fold it. I like that the pages are blue too. I'm probably not gonna read it before I fold it, but it's a nice thought. These next two books I'm super excited about. I saw them in one of Maureen's book outlet hauls, and I just knew I had to have them, so that's why they've been sitting in my cart forever, and that is the Disney Princess Comic Treasury and the Disney Pixar Comic Treasury. They're massive, and Disney and comics and colored comics at that. I honestly wasn't expecting them to be colored comics, so that's fun. And these are huge. I'm probably not gonna keep these on my shelf out here because they're massive, so they'll probably stay in my room, but I cannot wait to read these because it's Disney and it's comics and it's fantastic. And the last two books that I got from book outlets, one of which I've started reading, and now I'm glad I have the physical copy because I've let it expire on overdrive twice. Whoops. And that is Wolf in White Van by John Darnelly. I'm so excited to own this. From what I have read on the ebook from Overdrive, I have loved it, but it is definitely a book that I feel like I want to read in 1 or 2 sittings because I feel like I'll get more into it and more out of it. So I think I might. You can't see that at all. Wow. So that's the cover a little bit better. Yeah. So yeah, I'm pretty excited to own this. I knew I wanted it after reading just a little bit of it. I'm not gonna go too much into what it's about because I feel like going into it blind is better, because I went into it almost blind, but I've heard enough people talk about it, which is why I wanted to pick it up. And basically it's just this guy that creates his own game through the mail, like snail mail. And I don't know, it's a lot of fun so far what I've read. I'm enjoying it, and I cannot wait to restart it and actually finish it. And the last book that I have, I'm really excited for because I've wanted it ever since that I saw it was coming out, and sadly the corner is a little banged up even though it's not a scratch and dent copy, but that's what you get for ordering books online. But that is Frog Music by Emma Donoghue. I'm a huge fan of Room. It was one of my favorite books. It's still one of my favorite books. It was the book that I recommended to everybody for years. And when I saw that this was coming out, I knew that I had to have it, but I couldn't find it anywhere. And I knew I didn't want it on hardback. And I couldn't ever find it anywhere. So when I saw that book outlet had it, because I needed to spend like $2 more to get to the $30 limit, and it just kind of popped up, and it's paperback, and I actually like this cover a lot better than the other one, the hardback cover, so I knew I had to get it. So basically what I gather from this is this guy ends up getting murdered, and his friend, who happens to be a burlesque dancer, tries to figure out who killed him, but the murderer is actually looking for her as well, and it's set in 1876, and that's honestly all I know about it. I'm really excited because Room, like I said, Room was one of my favorites, and I'm really excited to read something else by Emma Donoghue. And that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you're having a fantastic day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.